Gets me through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
I really need a chit chat.
Let's have a chit chat.
It is so time for a chit chat.
Let's go, girls.
Yeah, let's go, girls.
Now, wow.
That's it. That's the one.
And that's all I've got to contribute.
Yeah.
Did you have any sleep last night?
Do you know what? My morning started this morning about 3 a.m.
Yep.
That's when Sunny decided to venture in, and then all of a sudden the dog was up, the cat was up, now 3-0 was up, and everyone was up.
Yep.
Nice.
Anyway, this is Chick Chat, so pipe down over there. We've got producer Zoe in with us. You're in
Good
your
morning.
20s,
I am.
in a lovely relationship with beautiful Alex, who we all love.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hope that one day you might marry. But anyway, I'm skipping ahead here. We've got newsreader Abby in the house as well.
Yes.
In your 30s.
Yes.
Happily single
Happily
most
single.
of the time.
Single as a Pringle.
Yeah, sometimes ventures onto the dating apps, just to test the waters.
And then deletes them promptly.
Yeah.
Throw a little line out there, Abs, every now and then. See if we get a nibble.
Okay, so this is what we're talking about this week. Feminist writer Clementine Ford hit the headlines by claiming in her new book that marriage is an absolute waste of time. She said marriage is great for men, while women were left with a large burden inside of the relationship. This is what she had to say on the project.
My biggest issue with marriage is that I think that it's a fundamentally flawed institution that is built on the oppression of women. I mean, it's a pretty big issue, but also that it's presented to people now as something that it never has been, which is something that we need in order to have happiness and love. Love marriage is only about 200 years old, so the idea that somehow marriage is an essential thing that will elevate our life to something better is historically wrong, and I think that we would be much better as people focusing on how to make ourselves happy and how to live in accordance with our own values rather than thinking, well, I need to be married in order to be somebody in the world.
There you go. Big controversial opinion.
Food for thought there. She went on to say if you essentially have all the same legal rights in a de facto relationship as you would in a marriage, why is it that marriage and a piece of government paper, what is that giving you that a de facto relationship, isn't it? First thoughts on this, I think marriages should be equal. So if one person feels like, okay, they're contributing more to the marriage than the other person, then yes, maybe Clementine is onto something there. And the other thing, I guess, begs the question, are we meant to be with someone, one person, our entire lifetimes? Because when marriage 200 years ago was invented, then we died when we were 50.
Yeah.
So now we're living a lot longer, so that means a lot longer with the one person.
Absolutely.
Thoughts, producer Zoe?
I know, it's a big one. It's a very big one. Growing up, I've always been a huge hopeless romantic. I've always wanted to have the happy ever after and the fairy tale and everything. And as I've gotten
you
a bit
listen to a lot of Taylor Swift, don't you?
No, that's sad times. But I've always thought that that's what I wanted until I got a little bit older, and I am a kid of divorce. I've seen a couple of divorces in my time, and it's not pleasant, and it makes you think, if legally it's the same when you're de facto and all the rest, what does it matter, the piece of paper? I still believe in the celebration. I'd like to think that, say Alex and I decided to spend the rest of our lives together, I'd like to have a party and do the whole how good to love. But
So do you think you'll get married or not?
I don't know. I don't mind if I don't, is the answer. Whereas growing up, I thought I had to. But right now, I don't mind if I don't, so long as I'm happy.
What's that sound? Can you hear that?
What?
That's the sound of Alex's teardrops hitting the floor.
Newsreader Abby, I'm really curious as to your thoughts, because you've been drinking from the marriage Kool-Aid for a long time, haven't you?
I think there's a few things to this. So I come from a family where, like my aunties, my uncles, my grandparents, everybody was married. Everyone got married. Both my sisters are married. I'm 33, still haven't found somebody, and I feel pressure to find a relationship, get married, settle down. But then on the other side of that, I look at my sisters, I look at my friends who struggle in relationships and in marriages because, they're trying to have a career, but then the husbands are working, like all of the things.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like, it's hard to kind of go, well, is that what I want? And then I sort of do the whole, maybe in this lifetime it's just not in the cards for me. Maybe it is, who knows? But on the other side of that, being on dating apps as well, the amount of people who have like they're in relationships but they're still looking, oh yeah, my partner knows that I'm on here, you know, looking for something else. I feel like as a society we're moving away from there's one person for us for the rest of our lives. Personally, I'm like, yep, I would like to get married. But then, sometimes I have those days of like, maybe this lifetime I'm just meant to have a really great career and just be really happy having nieces and nephews and having great friends.
So don't get me wrong here with what I'm about to say, because I love my marriage and I love being in it and I love my husband. But sometimes I do look at you and I go, must be kind of nice not to have to answer to someone. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Because when you get married, it's you're no longer a single entity. You are constantly having to think of the other person the whole time and your children.
I think we do the whole like we want what we don't have, and
absolutely.
I'm not going to miraculously be happy if I find someone, but I'm not going to lie. Like it's bloody lonely at times.
Yeah.
You know, I'm house sitting a house at the moment, and it would be nice on a Saturday night to have someone there to have dinner with, or hey, what are we doing today? Let's go and drive through the Adelaide Hills, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to lie and say it's not lonely, but yeah, I think you get to a point where you go, maybe it's not the be all and end all.
13 24 10, we'd love your thoughts on this. Pro-marriage, anti-marriage, where's everyone sitting with it? Are we moving away from it as an institution? And marriage, I think one thing we'll all agree on, marriage is bloody hard.
Yeah, it is. You've got to be in the trenches sometimes, that's for sure. And as Bob Dylan has told us and taught us so effortlessly, the times are changing. 2014, get involved.
Let's go to Kirsten. Good morning.
Good morning,
What
guys.
are your thoughts?
Well, look, I never was a huge fan of marriage. I grew up with a single mum, and I knew she'd been hurt in her marriage, and it wasn't the be-all to actually get married for me. And I used to make the joke, if marriage is an institution, do you want to be institutionalised?
It's true.
Brilliant.
And then, I don't know, I think my husband and I, we ended up getting married, but I think we've also now divorced, and I've been single 3 years. And I think in retrospect, we both agreed that we weren't really the marriage type.
Yeah.
And I think, I even took out the word forever in our marriage vows. That's how.
Really?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't want the word forever because I didn't think marriage has to be forever. We all change and grow, and it'd be nice to think that we could stay with the same person for life, but I don't know. I think that might be an unrealistic expectation.
Thank you, Kirsten.
Yeah.
Very interesting thoughts there. Michael, good morning. Are we pro-marriage or anti-marriage?
I'm definitely pro-marriage.
Okay, why's that?
I think it's a wonderful institution, if you want to still call it that. We call it holy matrimony, and I think everybody's forgotten to look after each other, as opposed to a selfish world that we live in now with social media and selfies and the rest of it. I think that your partner should be for life, and if you put her first and she puts you first, and you both have that together, it will last forever. And if it isn't, if it's broken, fix it. Don't throw it away and start again. Call me old school, but for me, I've been married 20 years and I think it works.
Yeah. It's like the Penguins, Michael, like the Penguins. One mate
For life.
Mate, you know what? When I'm 80 years old, I'd love to have my wife by my side still.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing more lonely than getting old, I think, and then having children and they stop visiting you eventually when they get older, and then having, no one next to you and dying alone. And I hear lots of stories like that. So I think, when we do find the one we love, we should get married, and we should definitely hold their hand all the way through life.
That's part of the fear, isn't it? That's part of the fear of wanting to get married as well, of
Growing
not
up
wanting to
alone.
be alone as you get older.
It's a very valid point, though, too.
What about the people that do grow old together but really disliking each other
Yeah.
and not having a
Yeah.
good time of it?
Yeah, I really struggle if I go to the shops and I see a couple
Holding hands.
and not to stereotype, but
Pashing.
the woman. Wow, crazy. But the woman is really angry at the man, and kind of having a go at him or whatever, and you can tell, he's just sort of walking along. So
Browbeaten.
he's probably used to it, but you just go, oh God, just be nice to each other.
But conversely, what about the older couples that you see walking down the street still
Holding
holding
hands.
hands?
Yeah.
It's the most beautiful thing in the world.
My grandparents were together for married over 60 years, and
Yeah.
I remember my pop saying, if it's broken, fix it. You don't go and buy something new.
Well, that's exactly what Mike's just
So I don't know if
Save
he
us
maybe
pennies.
bought, don't know if he bought Nana, but anyway.
Have we got time to take Ali really quickly?
Yeah, let's go to Ali. Your situation?
Well, mine's on a flip scale. I was with my kid's dad for 17 years, monogamously. Everything was fine. We just grew apart. We're still great mates. I met my current partner about 4 years ago. He was in a 20-year monogamous marriage, and we are now what's called ethically non-monogamous. So we live together, but we have other people in our lives that help to enrich our lives. Right. Generally, we're all friends. You know, our children are aware of what we do and who we are, and for us, it's made us happier people. Monogamy is a great concept, but as a human species, we are designed to be pack creatures. We're designed to surround ourselves with many, and they always say, it takes a village to raise a family.
Yeah. We always say that in here.
Why does that village have to be in a non-intimate capacity? Why could we not be intimate with multiple people? But the trick is, and the struggle that most people find with this, is truth and honesty.
Yep.
And as people, they struggle with that. And non-monogamy and polyamory require such a high level of honesty and communication. You don't have that with your partner in a monogamous relationship, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
In what we do, it's everything. So not everyone's geared for it, and that's totally okay. But for us, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point, isn't it?
It is.
Truth and honesty and kindness in any situation.
Thank you so much for your thoughts, and thanks to everyone for their honesty this morning. It was really fascinating.
Yeah,
Thank
a lot
you.
of texts coming through. Really appreciate that.
What if you could book your hotel now and choose to pay when you get there?
With thousands of flexible booking options in select stays, you're only a what if away from your next holiday.
Book on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel? Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
In the news today.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your post Snooze News.
Information can be overwhelming, so we're just going to break it down. These are the top 3 stories that you need to know today. Let's go into the newsroom with Abby.
Good morning. Big day, or big week, I should say, big few weeks for Year 12s, because Year 12's exams start today. I can't talk, so luckily I'm not doing them. The highest number of students in 2023, there's over 12,000 students sitting exams, so that's huge. Good luck to everyone out there. But the big story, obviously, to do with public school teachers is whether or not they'll strike on Thursday. So the state government will discuss a new pay and conditions deal this morning, and then we'll present it to the union. And then the teachers will vote. If they do, or if they are happy with it, the strike won't go ahead on Thursday. If they're not happy with it, the strike will still happen on Thursday.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting times. I think they're asking for about 8% pay rise, whereas I think nurses only got 2 or 3%. So I don't know. I don't think, it doesn't feel like they'll come to a resolution today.
No, I don't think so either. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully they're saying Year 12 exams won't be affected, but I'm sure if they're all going and striking again, there could be some disruptions.
Give them a pay rise. Better teachers means better students. Otherwise, you get idiots like me who cheated in their petty HPE exam and still only got 60%.
Yeah.
How is that even a thing?
Yeah, but
I cheated twice. I had all the notes in my back pocket. I went to the toilet twice, came back and I was like, I can't get anything less than 95%. 60%.
But
So on brand for you, Hazy.
I still feel like even if teachers had a pay rise, there was no salvation for you when it came to Year 12.
No.
That was all over.
I am the stone and you ain't getting any blood out of me.
Newsy.
Let's talk about The Block. If you haven't seen it and you still plan on going back to watch it, spoiler alert, because I'm just about to tell you who won. New South Wales childhood sweethearts Steph and Gian emerged as this year's winners. Their house sold for $5 million. And the reserve was 3.35. Now, I know you weren't very good in Year 12, but that's a profit of $1.65 million.
Wow.
And that's an all-time high, plus the $100,000.
Yeah.
So they raked it in.
Good time to sell.
The biggest winnings in Block history, that was. Also instant millionaires, Melbourne sisters Elizabeth and Liberty, whose house sold for $4.3 million, and that gave them a profit of $1.05 million.
Oh, good on you, Lizzie and Libby.
Not so good news for the South Australian couple, though. They only made 65,000 people.
It's profit.
65,000 people, $65,000.
Only, mate, they're very fertile.
Wow.
Big family. How's a Christmas spread?
How many people you got for Christmas lunch? 65,000.
How many kids you got coming? 65,000. Wow, might have to get another table.
Anyway, and then one of the other couples, their house didn't sell at all, so it was passed in. So wouldn't you hate to go through that experience and then come away with nothing?
Yes, on national TV.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Very controversial series, though. A lot of infighting, apparently.
Right. They love that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here we are.
You know what they say? Good for TV.
Yeah, exactly.
News.
News.
The 6:15 vending machine quiz.
Look at the 6:15 vending machine just strutting in this morning going, hey, look at me, I'm so full of prizes.
Every time you pump it up, though, it cracks it.
Yeah.
And then to retrieve this prize, we have to genuinely, physically go in there and
Lift its face off.
lift its face off. You're like, whoa, wee, buddy.
Whoa. Let's go to Rachel from Gawler who wants to play this morning. Good morning, Rach.
Morning, how are you?
Great, thanks. Did you have a lovely weekend?
I did, thank you.
What did you get up to, Rach?
At home looking after sick kids, but
Oh, no.
Fun.
yeah, but it was quiet, no work, so that's fine.
Well, that's good news. All right,
Yeah.
Rach, let's rip into the vending machine. 3 questions. If you get the third one right, you get your selection of prizes. Are you good to go?
Yep.
What is your body's largest organ? Question 1.
The skin.
Spot on. Spot on, Rach. Well done.
Stop it. Like you're a child. Stop it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, question number
Great
2.
start. Great
Rach,
start.
this line is from which iconic kids movie?
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Okay.
You know what that's from?
The witches or gremlins.
Oh.
I get 2 answers.
Yeah, that's right.
The Witches or the Gremlins? Sorry, Rach, incorrect. Okay, let's go to Lee from Strathalbyn. Hey, Lee.
G'day.
Okay, do you know what this line is from? What movie?
I'm watching you, Wazowski.
Monsters, Inc.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Well
I thought a few people were stuck on that. I didn't know that. I
I didn't know that one.
haven't seen Boston Sig.
All right, Lee, if you get this right,
question.
then you get a crack at the vending machine. Taylor Swift started her music career with which genre? As in, what type of music?
Did you say pop?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, Lee.
Oh.
That's incorrect. Jane from Mawson's Lakes.
Mawson's Lake.
Mawson's Lakes. Come
How
on,
was
Jodie.
Mr. Mawson?
Good morning.
Good morning. Do you know which genre Taylor Swift started her music career with?
Yes, country.
Yes,
Oh,
it was.
yes.
Indeed.
Right on.
Well done.
Well done there, Jane. Are you a Taylor Swift fan, rather?
I am actually, yes.
Do you approve of the new boyfie?
Yes, I do.
Very good.
Oh, they seem happy.
Yeah, that's all
the
that
main
matters.
thing. I went to watch the Taylor Swift movie on the weekend, which is 3 hours long, and no one told me it was just the concert.
Yeah.
There's no behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
It's her concert.
Well, thank you for the heads up.
Okay. Wish someone had given me the heads up.
Won't be doing that.
Wouldn't have brought Gold Cast tickets. I'll give you the big tip. All right, 6:15 vending machine. I need a letter between A and C, please.
I'll go C.
Okay, and a number between 2 and 6.
6.
Okay. Got your eyes on any prize here, Jane?
I would be happy with anything.
That's very gracious.
Set the
of
chips.
you.
You please avoid the chips, Jane.
Okay, Jane. The vending machine this morning has delivered you some chicken-flavoured chips.
Oh my God.
Oh, no, thank you.
Love Jane.
Never
She still says
mind.
thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jane.
Sorry, Jane.
That's okay, all good.
It's very annoying from the vending machine.
Hey, what's your problem, vending machine? Seriously. Ah, well.
Who hurt you as a
Who
child?
hurt you? What sort of weekend did you actually have? What happened behind the scenes? Finally, Jodes, some confirmation that I'm not just a big old you-know-what when I watch some of these movies, particularly some of these animated movies I'm watching with my kids.
Big old baby, you
A
mean?
big old baby. Crying while watching movies is considered a sign of emotional strength rather than weakness, and this is according to a bunch of psychiatrists, and they get it.
They get you.
They know exactly what's going on. This emotional response is often linked to the release of oxytocin, which is triggered by the emotional connections formed through vicarious social experiences portrayed in the film.
That actually makes sense to me
Yeah.
because sometimes you just feel like a good old-fashioned cry.
Yeah.
And for some reason afterwards you feel so much better.
Absolutely you do. And sometimes it's quite the random movie as well. So when you cry during a movie, it indicates that your attention is deeply engaged and the storyline has successfully elicited strong emotions.
Right. So that is the aim of most directors, to make people cry. Is that right?
I cry quite easily as well. So I reckon I've seen Moana maybe 35 times across the journey now since I've ventured into fatherhood.
Yep.
The particular moment right at the end where Moana restores the heart of Tafiki into the lava god. Who even knew that the lava god was Tafiki?
No.
This is not who you are. You know who you are.
Now they're about to touch heads.
Yep.
Who you truly are.
And then she restores the heart. And I start crying like an absolute beautiful little baby.
Are you okay now?
Oh, I'm okay now. I'm starting to draw some sort of emotion.
I just love that your kids are like consoling Dad.
Yeah. It's okay, Dad. It's going to be okay. It works in everyday life as well. Each and every morning, sometimes newsreader Abby's not quite up and about, and we'll just touch heads sort of 5:30 in the morning, and I'm like, you know who you are. And then she's good after that. So it's good.
Oh, that's nice.
You got one?
So the movie that makes me cry every single time, even just thinking about it, is My Girl.
Oh, yes. Did he get messed up by a bunch of bees?
Say it like that.
Oh, there's a strong message in all that.
What?
Don't mess with bees.
Oh, don't throw rocks at beehives.
Yeah,
'cause
they
they'll
will
get you.
hunt.
They'll get you.
Yeah.
Gang mentality.
Yeah.
Kamikaze gang mentality.
Yeah, little Thomas J just really got the raw end of the honey stick or whatever that expression is. You do a good little Thomas J impression.
I forget what's it like.
Oh, yeah. I
Can't see with those glasses.
She's like actually bullying you.
Yeah. So you got one?
Yeah, unfortunately I got a few, but it takes a little bit for me to cry. There are two movies without a doubt.
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet, Baz Luhrmann's version with Leo DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. What a gorgeous young
When
Leo
I was
that is.
in year 9 at school, we studied it and I had to be removed from class for distractingly crying.
Yeah.
Like it was distracting everyone else from
Right,
learning.
like
Wow.
ugly crying.
Oh, sobbing. Yeah. You know when you do the on the way up? That was me, I had the shake up. But more recently, The Whale.
Oh, The Whale, of course.
With Brendan Fraser.
Beached, bro. Beached is.
Of course, because you don't know if the whale is going to get back into the ocean.
Adrian.
And it's like,
Beached
what
is,
is
bro.
happening here?
What are you doing, bro? Dude, I'm beached is.
Yeah. I got emotional during that as well, though. 0400 919 919. What are the movies that sort of tip you over the edge?
Yeah, what get you every single time?
Other one for me, of course, is Step Brothers.
Oh, yes.
How am I? Nah, just kidding. Just gave me an excuse to play this.
It's a crotch party.
So why don't you
Stop it, Dale. Stop it. Stop it.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
13 24 10.
You don't understand. I might look bug, but I can't chew, bro. I only have plankton.
Calm down, Zoe. Stop crying.
Now that's a joke.
That was a joke.
That's a joke.
Joke. That's a terrible joke.
Probably the best, and I'm going to say only way to start your Monday. Just a bit of humour, Joe.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah. We just like to bring a bit of that to the table. All right, let's go around the room. Abby, do you want to go first? Abby from the newsroom?
You set the bar really high, please.
Why not?
Lead courageously like you always do.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you call a chicken with lettuce stuck in its eye?
What do you call a chicken with lettuce stuck in its eye?
Chicken Caesar salad.
Oh, chicken Caesar salad.
Caesar salad.
Caesar, because of the eye.
Get it? Do you get it?
Yeah, got it
Caesar
now.
salad?
That's
Good,
good.
I like it.
Nice
you.
little play on words. All right, I'll give you a little go here. What about this one? Nice and quick and short and sharp and all those sort of beautiful things. What do a small pair of underpants and a small dance floor have in common?
Small pair of underpants.
No.
No ballroom. Just a little undercarriage joke there for you, Abs. Yeah, I know. It's very restrictive.
Our two jokes have got a real theme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's somewhat of a theme.
For
And
once, I was not dirty.
what about Abs being above board? Usually we got to rein her in.
Yeah. Hey, did you see that news story on the weekend going around? So a naked man broke into a church and the police chased him around and they finally caught him by the organ.
Jeez, you two.
Oh, sorry.
jeez.
Just been that sort of
Clean it
weekend for
up.
us.
Weather must be nice today. I'll tell you what. Oh,
You two spent the weekend together, did you?
No, we most definitely did not. Thank you very much.
The Weekend Sports Wrap with Tom Rehn.
I love myself. I want you to love me.
I love love myself a little bit of Tom Rehn. Who doesn't?
Exactly.
We're all human.
Who doesn't?
Hey, did you have a nice weekend at the pageant?
I had a great weekend, playing the tambourine.
Yeah.
I think I brought down the average age by about 10 years, and I'm 40, so it was slow going.
How'd you go getting in the morning? That was all.
No good. No, one of the traffic marshals said, "No, mate, you're not allowed to be here." And I said, "Oh, I just need a park." And he said, "No, sorry." No, I nearly pulled out the. Do you know who I am? I'm working on the coverage for God's sake, man. Let me through. But I didn't.
Do you know who I am? I'm Carl Stefanovic.
Yeah. and then they say, "Oh, you're a lot smaller than." I look at how many times I get that one?
Do you get that?
A lot. And it's true. I am a lot lot smaller than I look.
You know what people like to say to me, and like they think it's a compliment? Oh, you're much better looking off the telly.
Wow. That is... Who has said that to you?
Oh, a million people over the journey.
What do you get, Daysey?
I get a sorry, who are you? Don't know who you are on the TV, don't know who you are off the TV.
But take your shirt off, you ruggedly good-looking, handsome man.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Hey, Rennie, what a weekend it was for sport.
Amazing. Well, let's start with the footy. I mean, Aaron Phillips, what a great send-off. Port Adelaide Crows champion, 3-time premiership. So, great result there at Alberton. And now we look forward to the final. So, the Crows are going for another premiership. They finish on top. They're well placed. They're just so well run. Matty Clark, tip your hat. He's just done a brilliant job. So go the Crows and well done to Port on the weekend.
They're just a powerhouse, aren't they?
They're brilliant, the Crows. They're so good. We'll be talking about them for a long time. I think about, how they are the real forebearers of success, and it's a dynasty side. So they're every chance to make it a fourth flag.
Big win in the WBBL yesterday.
Ooh,
too,
massive.
for the Strikers.
Last ball of the game.
How about that? Outrageous.
Hit away for 4. The Strikers have done it.
Excitement levels off the Richter scale.
Audio thanks to 7. That was a great call by Alistair Nicholson. Great win for the Strikers. They're top now, a game clear. Well, actually, they're equal with Brisbane Heat, but they played one more game. Speaking of cricket, just quickly, Virat Kohli last night, tough wicket to bat on against South Africa. He's so good. He 49th one-day century. He's now level with Sachin Tendulkar. Just to put it in perspective, they're 18 clear of the next best. So 31 Rohit Sharma and then 30 Ricky Ponting. I mean, they're in a world of their own. It was so good to watch him last night.
For him to be in the same category as the greatest batsman of all time in terms of India.
Sachin Tendulkar
is quite remarkable.
Look, Donald Trump, he's a bit crazy, but part of me wants him back. Just for the daily grab.
Purely
just
for entertainment
just the
purposes.
daily grab. What's he up to now?
Hey, Rennie, Adelaide United took on Melbourne Victory, the biggest rivalry in the A-League, walked away with the 1-1 draw. A bit to come from that.
Yeah, and look, they're probably lucky to get a point, but Hazy, I'm a bit fired up, and you don't like little guys getting too angry too early in the morning, but I got really upset on the weekend because Iran Kunda got sent off late, second yellow for dissent. A few losers out of this. One, the fans for booing Nestor Iran Kunda. He was hacked all game. They thought he was diving. Incorrect. Anyway, can sort of forgive that. The officiating, horrific. Iran Kunda, before he got sent off for dissent, was fouled at least twice. He was hacked to pieces. How the referee and the linesman can get that so wrong is beyond me.
Yep.
Thirdly, Iran Kunda, he needs to be better. He needs to get more mature, and that'll come. So this is a good learning curve for him. But he's a kid. Exactly right, Jody.
He's a kid. Calm down, Rennie.
But as you know...
He's just a kid.
But as you know, you just, in soccer particularly, if you retaliate or any sport, you're always the one that will get caught. So that's what's happened. And even if you feel wrongly, vindicated, which he was, but finally, Connor Chapman, the bozo who came up to him and pointed to the dressing room when he got sent off, I've just said he needs to buy all the boot polish in the world because he'll be polishing Iran Kunda's boots for the next 10 years. That's all he deserves to do. It was horrific. Like, mate,
That is
grow
a
up.
pull your head in moment.
Pull your head in. Now.
Oh, I've never seen this man fired up so much.
I love it so much.
Very good.
Very quickly, the Adelaide 36ers had a loss over there in Perth. However, the plane got delayed on the way back because they had gastro ripping through the side. Jacob Wiley got on the plane. They said, "You're too sick to fly," and kicked him off. And then everyone, including his teammates, had to wait for 40 minutes.
That poor plane bathroom must have been getting a fair old workout, mustn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
And it's a small space, isn't it?
And it's for big boys
Yes.
as well.
Big boys.
I mean, no wonder they... Look, at least they might have lost a little bit of weight on the way home. Those poor guys, they actually did well to get within, 8 points?
Well, all signs of some sort of gastro in the last quarter, too. On the court.
Yeah. They were in front.
Really got the runs late.
Yeah.
But look, they're doing better. They look so much better with Vasiljevic in the side now.
Yep.
So I'm reasonably confident they can still make a bit of a run, the Sixers, but 3 and 6, they've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, he can shoot threes from anywhere.
He's good, isn't he? He's
so
genuine.
good.
He's a real playmaker.
Yeah, they play in Adelaide and he's shooting them from Sydney. It's unbelievable.
Right, Rennie, what have we got? You wrap us up with a beautiful, perfectly timed joke, please.
I got a bit upset a bit earlier. Sorry about that.
That's
but look,
okay.
we'll try and finish on a positive.
Right.
What's the best kind of music to listen to when you're fishing?
Okay.
Something catchy.
Oh, because you're catching fish. I get it. Great.
You get it? Because you're catching fish.
That's good.
Oh, dear. You can leave now.
Yeah.
See you
I'll
next
show
time.
myself out.
We appreciate you.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Speak, Jody.
Okay. So, what about this horrifying footage that has emerged out of Melbourne, in particular in Coburg? So, a Melbourne childcare centre is investigating after the chilling footage showed the moment a young child, we're talking, would be no more than 3 or 4, escaped from an excursion and was just left roaming the streets for about 5 or 6 minutes. Unbelievable stuff.
Big twist in this story as well is, wasn't a child, it was Tom Rehn. Rennie's gone. Rennie left 15 minutes ago. He's working. We can bag him.
But, I mean, it is really scary stuff because you just see the toddler, and it's all caught on film, just wandering down the street heading towards the road as a truck goes vroom. Every single parent who watches this would be like, oh, my God, the horror. Absolute horror. But thankfully, all okay. Returned to the childcare centre. Can you imagine that conversation with the parents? Oh, look, little Baz went missing. Whoops. Sorry, was anyone watching him? Because it is the very nature of childcare is to watch the children. But no.
Yes.
Left roaming the streets.
To go into bat, though, for the people in charge of childcare, are looking after a lot of kids,
Yes.
a lot of toddlers.
Absolutely.
And toddlers, so we're just going to put it out there, toddlers, most of them are terrorists.
Yes, very true.
Really
What about when you see them out and about in, like when they go on their excursions and they've all got the little like fluoro vests on,
Yeah.
so you can't lose them.
You're like, what are you up to? You're like, are we at that stage where we have to put a leash on you?
Yeah,
Because that's the
probably.
next step.
Did this happen to you?
Yeah, a little bit. I was at the gym with one of my girlfriends, and as we were leaving, there's like a childcare centre just to the left of the door.
Anyway, that was a little humble brag.
gym.
I was at the gym.
I was at the gym. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Guys, remember when I used to gym?
Must have been a day ending in Y.
And there's a little childcare centre where you drop your kids off on a Saturday and then, they look after you while you do your gym, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Tiller and I were leaving and it's an automatic door, the sensor door. And as we were leaving, we noticed this small child walking out of the childcare centre in front of us, out of the automatic door, and we thought, oh, mum's ahead, kids catching up.
Yeah.
We looked in the car. It goes straight to the car park and there was no one there. And Tiller and I both, I think we were like 20. We were like, oh, God, what do we do? And so we just awkwardly went up behind him and picked him up and returned him back to the childcare centre.
Yeah. There's one of those guys like in Bali, just one of those little guys. And he's
Yeah.
like, hey, you want Viagra?
It was Tom Wren.
He was like, hey, you want Viagra?
No, but we grabbed him and we brought him back and said, this little guy was just in the car park, and I went, oh, God, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Took him.
Yeah,
Just,
thanks.
oh, good, thanks.
Wow.
Yeah. And the parent was like, it's fine. He just went outside to have a dart.
Yeah.
All good.
He's just on smoko.
Let's do this. 13, 24, 10. Your great escapes. Doesn't have to be kids. It can be your pets. When did they escape?
Yeah.
Escaping from a bad date.
Oh, that's a good one. When
There's-
did you have to plan an escape route because the date was so awful?
Yeah, there's no rules here.
The great escapes.
Just great escapes. And we've also got a Fun Lab package for you. So play the day away at Fun Lab's new entertainment precinct opening in Rundle Place on November. This is like an adult's playground, basically.
Yeah. It's fun for all ages. You can take the whole family.
Yeah, and you can pre-book now at Adelaide's First Hijinks Hotel, Strike Bowling and Archie Brothers Cirque Electric.
All right. Your great escapes. Your great escapes.
Yes, we're doing this on the back of a Melbourne childcare centre misplacing one of the toddlers. So they basically went on an outing and all the kids were in the park playing, and this kid, there's footage roaming the streets all alone as the traffic's whizzing past. It's horrifying, but goodness me, that was a good little escape from that one.
Yeah, toddlers have got way too much confidence, don't they?
Yes, so we are taking your calls this morning, 13 24 10, your great escapes, and the best caller will receive a Fun Lab package. That's Play the Day Away at Fun Lab's new entertainment precinct opening in Rundle Place on November 30.
When I used to live in Sydney, so this was about 2005, I lived with a bloke called Brett Allison, who North Melbourne supporters might know quite well. Played 200 games, played in 96-99 premierships alongside Wayne Carey. They called him the Fruit Bat because he used to dart in and out of the contest.
Yeah, I like that.
So Fruity had a dog who was a beautiful big chocolate Labrador.
Yeah.
And I left the gate open one night. And then I got up the next morning at 6 a.m. and Cuba was his name. And he'd gone. And I went around the block. I took the car around. I would have done about a 5 to 10 kilometre circuit just trying to find Cuba. Couldn't find him anywhere.
Yeah.
And just as I was like... And I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock the gate and then claim that he got stolen.
Oh, my God.
That was going to be one of my options.
Yes.
And then finally I was like, no, I need to get some balls here and go tell Freddie what's happened to his dog.
Yeah.
And just as I was about to go get something from my car, Cuba busted through.
Love that.
Covered in mud.
Yeah.
Covered in cobwebs and everything else, and I had to hose him down.
Yeah.
And he gave me that look as well, like, I've seen some stuff. I've just had one of the all-time nights. Escaped via the front door and then bang, 8 hours later, came back with a story to tell.
Isn't that incredible how Cuba found his way home, though?
Yeah.
Like, dog's sense of direction. Amazing.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Yeah. Let's go to Kim from Hackham West. Your great escape, Kim.
Yeah, hi, good morning, how are you?
Good, thank you. What happened?
When I was 3 years old, my dog escaped as well, and I followed it because I thought I could bring it home.
Yeah.
And I ended up at a service station on a main road, and my dog ended up turning around and coming back home. But when I got home, there was police and my mum and dad were out the front looking for me.
Yeah.
And then they saw me come around the corner and with my dog, and the police checked me over and just make sure that I was okay and everything. Yeah, so I followed my dog.
Yeah.
God, so your
Wow.
the dog effectively took you home.
It did, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Twist in the story as well. Dog arrested for kidnapping. Unbelievable scenes.
Thank you, Kim. Stephanie from Murray Bridge. What was your great escape? You there, Steph?
I used to work in a childcare centre, and there was this kid who had pulled up a bike alongside the fence,
Yeah.
the boundary fence, and he used it to climb over the fence. And I looked up, and he was on the other side, and I had to jump this waist-high fence to get into the yard that goes to the main gate, and then get out the main gate and go stop the kid before he could take off.
Whoa.
Wowee.
I love it. How old was the kid, Steph, to engineer the escape?
I think he was 3 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3. That's when they start plotting things.
Yeah.
That sounds like... Can you remember El Chapo when he, dug a tunnel out of his prison cell all the way under the fence?
Some real
Very
El
similar.
Chapo vibes from that 3-year-old.
I reckon. Suzanne from Aberfoyle Park. What was your great escape, Suzanne?
Hi. So my daughter was in year 7. She was probably about 12 at the time. And they went on their school excursion to Canberra. And they were sleeping in, little hotel rooms with, 4 girls in each room. And she actually sleepwalked out of the hotel and woke up on the street.
Oh, my goodness.
And then the worst part was when she woke up, she realised that to get back in the hotel, you had to have a key card.
Yep.
She couldn't get back in. So she remembered which room that her teacher was sleeping in and banged on the window, basically, until the teacher heard.
Sleepwalking, eh?
Yeah. Hey, Suzanne, there was that time after the Christmas party that Jodie woke up on the street and she was like, oh, I must have sleepwalked.
Oh, dearie me. Thank you, Suzanne. Wow. It's, I cannot go past Stephanie here for the best Call the Fun Lab package because that 3-year-old just planting a bike on the
telling
other
you.
side of the fence.
I'm telling you, the 3-year-olds in particular.
Yeah.
Terrace.
Yeah. Nutters, aren't they? Stephanie,
Yeah.
we're going to send you off to Fun Lab.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Very good stuff.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hazy's on Miss Daisy.
Monday, manic, frantic Monday. What a weekend it was, though. Oh, boy. Shouldn't have done that, though. You regret that, don't you? No, well, what's that? What's that? It's the police. You're in trouble. All good. This will cleanse your soul. A little trip down memory lane. 6th of November, let's go back to 1988. Emma Stone, the lovely Emily Stone, was born in Scottsdale, Arizona. She's 35 today. She's still so young.
And she's so adorable.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't you love a celeb that's real, you know?
I mean, who knows? All we can go by is what she does on screen, which is just delightful.
Yeah, so cute.
Yeah, and then sometimes things aren't all what they seem. Talking to you, Ellen DeGeneres. We're all fooled for so long. 2005, Brett Lee, Aussie cricketer, made a career best 5 for 30 at the Gabba.
Here's that Yorker, 5 wickets for Brett Lee.
And Brett Lee was in a band as well.
Yeah, he was.
Was it Brett or his brother Shane? Or were they both in there?
I think maybe they were both. And remember, he went over and did like a Bollywood song, and he recorded a whole film clip and everything.
You tell a girl you don't know that you're the one for me. Do you walk right up or play it cool or simply let her be?
And literally, when we say big in India,
Yeah.
massive in India.
Huge in India. And also his nickname was Bing, which I never got because Bing Lee is like a Sydney thing.
I like Bing Lee. I remember Bing Lee. Yes. That makes so much sense.
Apparently you do.
2011, a rotten tooth once belonging to John Lennon was sold at auction by his former housekeeper for $31,200. The winning bid came from a Canadian dentist.
Yuck. That is so morbid and gross.
If you're a dentist, feel free to get involved and say, look, that's not us. We don't collect teeth and then do teeth angels at home in like a giant pile of teeth and just go in there and smell it and be like, oh yeah.
Imagine if there was someone out there who was like trying to sell your Invisalign retainers.
Gosh. What do you reckon they're going for?
Not a heap. I'll give you the big tip.
Yeah.
I've been splashed with saliva by those things too many times to recall.
One of the all-time great saliva catchment trays. They are. Litres and litres of stuff. Number one song in November 6, 2003 was Hole in the Head by the Sugar Babes.
Oh, do I know this song?
I think you do. It's one of those ones you probably don't know the title of it, but you're picking it up right now. You're welcome.
7 hours since you went away.
And that's just about it for us, I reckon.
Yeah, I think we're just about done. I just want to go and get cracking on this 28-degree day.
Yeah, get stuck into it, soak up some of those rays.
Yeah,
Good for your soul.
You going to go for a run?
Look, it is what it is. I probably will try to go for a bit of a trot. We'll see what happens with clothing, all those types of things. It's
optional.
It's a real watch this space.
My husband saw you jogging around the Torrens on the weekend.
Did he?
And he said you had the biggest headphones on in the world and a big grin on your face. And it must have been so loud in your ears because he was beeping the horn from about 20 metres away and you still didn't ignore
him. Oh, no, I was ignoring him.
Oh, okay.
No, I did not hear him. I did not hear him at all.